Let's play a little game. Try to tune into your inner researcher or investigator, if you will, and observe yourself. As if you were this great scientific discovery you just stumbled upon that must be studied. How do you perceive yourself? What words do you use to describe yourself? Are you finding it difficult to find the right words? Or perhaps, if you do find them, it's easier to gravitate towards the negatives? Do you tend to minimize your accomplishments? Why is that? Why do we so often fear being too much that we end up on the opposite threshold, feeling like we're not enough? Why is it that so often our inner self refuses to be nice to us? Yet it's the first one to jump at an opportunity to criticize us. The answer to all of those questions is simple and complicated at the same time. It was taught to us. When you were born, your sense of self was not yet formed. It might seem contradictory, but our inner self is deeply connected and formed by the outside world. Precisely our relationship with it. How do our parents treat us? What about our friends? Has a teacher ever told you you were stupid? And then, based on the information we've received from the outside world about ourselves, we begin to feel that way about us. Of course, now, as an adult, gradually over time, or perhaps after reading self-help books, we learn to, quote-unquote, not care about others' opinion of us. But back then, when you were just a kid, critical thinking was just starting to develop, and we naturally idealized our parents, teachers, and other people we deemed important in our life. It's not surprising. I mean, if you think about it, you're just a baby figuring things out, and then there are adults who seemingly know everything, can do so many things, and can reach the top of the shelf where the cookies are, with little to no effort. That's basically superhero status in the eyes of a kid. However, our idols may not always have something nice to say. Not because they don't love us, but because they probably didn't know any better. Your physical needs were met and prioritized far more than your emotional ones. They worked to put food on the table, wanted you to do well in school, and so on. More often than not, we were expected to know that we were loved rather than actually feel loved by our parents. And it is in that environment where our sense of self was developed. Now, we're simply applying whatever is being told to us back then into the present moment. Please note that this does not mean that we should start demonizing our parents and blaming them for everything. Please realize that just like you, they are human beings with flaws, fears, and struggles. This does not excuse any of the pain they have caused you, but it does help you find the strength and understanding to perhaps forgive them. Most importantly, you are now an adult. Take a step away from your parents. Don't expect them to somehow change or demand from them the love and support you feel as though you should have received. You cannot heal in the same place you have been hurt. Take responsibility for yourself and your life. As an adult, you can now cultivate a better relationship with yourself, by yourself. Anytime you catch yourself having negative self-talk or criticizing yourself, take a moment to think. Okay, well, I'll criticize myself now, but what's next? Chances are, after, you're not gonna feel any better. If anything, you'll feel even more demotivated and hopeless. Okay, so what should you do instead? Be more patient with yourself. Concentrate on supporting yourself. Engage with the people and things that make you feel seen, safe, and loved. By doing this gradually, you'll cultivate a new sense of self by becoming that loving and understanding adult your little self should have.